Hey, it's the RobPod podcast coming back at you with episode 3. So, nothing major going on with No Man's Sky. Just a little tidbit that just came down the pipe actually a couple hours ago. Maybe a little bit more. You know, it's 11:30 in East Coast Standard Time. So, this came about, I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock tonight. So, it was Where sent out an email. I don't know what happened with me, because when I did this whole, when I signed up for Waking Titan, they sent me a congratulations email, and everything's set and you're good to go. And then that was it. I checked spam, I checked everything, never sent me another email ever again. So, I don't know. But anyway, what's in this email? Greetings! Last week, we invited 544 studios to apply for a dev kit, and we would like to take the time to update you on our current project timeline. We are excited to announce that Where platform should be ready for early access this summer. Right now, our dev team is working hard on test protocol PH-13. Remember that PH. A major upgrade to our rendering engine and a plus 60% boost on the overall power to your headset. We will keep you updated through the development process and hope to be able to share more with you in a couple of weeks. And that's it. PH. If you counted them, now it could stand for a word, but for some reason my brain kicked in and just started doing this. If you count the alphabet, the 16th. Rob, you're looking too much into this. I know, but why not? The 16th letter is P. The 8th letter is H. 16, 8, 13. I wonder what that stands for. It could be a code. It could be something. It could be nothing, But for some reason, now, how these ARGs go, anything can be anything. So I just want to throw that out there. If you're one of those guys that are really into this, 16, 8, maybe there's a correlation to it. I don't know. 16, 8, and then add the -13. Maybe that means something. So I don't know. PH could stand for something. It could just stand for protocol hub. I don't know, But I thought I'd just throw it out there. My brain. Just, But otherwise than that, nothing's really going on. Nothing. It's just... The ARG is not like the last one, like Waking Titan. Waking Titan was like... But there's possibly going to be more. The only thing that's really coming down the pipe is a lot of people just speculating. I shouldn't say speculating. They're hypothesizing. Or they're with their hypotheses. So that's possibly. So it's not been a very busy... It's not been a busy ARG right now, but I think this is going to be the calm before the storm. We're going to get hammered with a bunch of stuff because it is getting closer to June. I think May is when it's going to really kick in. I think May is going to be the kick in for this ARG. And we'll start seeing a lot of stuff going on. So keep your eyes peeled. Otherwise than that, I recently just downloaded again because I deleted it from PSN. I downloaded Share Factory because I've been doing a lot of the, the VR stuff. So I thought, let's do some video of some of the VR games that I was playing and to just play around with the editing Share Factory thing that they got. And I actually posted a video up on my Facebook, my personal Facebook. I don't give that out. So I threw that out and was like, wow, this came out pretty darn good. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to download it, and I'm going to try to, But I played, which I had fun with it, but there's a learning curve. It's almost like playing Steel Battalion a little bit. Because, there's one button for your what do you call it? Your shields, because each arm has a shield. And then it's kind of like a laser shield kind of thing. Like it blocks all of the... it blocks everything. Energy shield. There we go. That's a much better way to put it. So there's an energy shield that each of your arms have, but it only lasts for so long as you hold it, and it only covers a certain amount. So you have to kind of use them in correlation to where the fire is coming from. So, and then you have machine guns on this arm, on your right, which this is my right, and then on your left, you have like these rockets. So I did this video, and I just threw it into the Share Factory and started messing around with it and with their editing system. Their editing system's actually really good. It's not bad. I like it a lot. So I posted it on my Facebook, and I've watched it a few times. I actually enjoy it. They have tons of music that you can pick from. Well, not tons. I would say, I think there's like maybe 15 songs, 15 clips that are like, 4 or 5 minutes long. They have like stickers and transitions and, all the good stuff that you get with a lot of them. But I like the editing system. I liked how you could break down things, and you can lower the volume on a clip, and you could work right on the music, and you could also upload your own music and everything. So I was like, wow. So I'm going to try to see if I can get it off a PlayStation Network and get it to my computer and maybe slap it on here. It's like 10 minutes long. And this podcast today is probably not going to be that long because there's not really much to talk about. I've been playing games. That's about it. I'm still waiting for... I'm still waiting to play. There's 2 I still have to play out of the bunch that I have. No, there's a lot I gotta play. I'm sorry. I strike that. Reverse it. Thank you. There's a lot. There's like 4 or 5 games I have to play. So, yeah. But, just keep it going. Just move it along. So this is going to be a smaller podcast today because there's not really much to talk about in video games. Not much going on. God of War came out. Not really interested in it. I've watched a couple streams of it and just didn't. I like that old style. I don't like this new style. It's like, we're gonna do a third person view, just like any other game. So I don't know. I'll probably give it a chance, but I'm not gonna buy it right now. Because I bought more games. Oakage, the Shadow King. This game, which the guy at the store said this is really good. Raditaya Stories? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Radia's Stories. So check this out. And then Disgaea, The Hour of Darkness, and The Cursed Memories. I got both of them. So, and I'm probably butchering the name, but I'm going to try them because he told me that they're a good series, and he said you should check them out. And I'm like, okay. So I bought 4 new games for the old system, all PlayStation. There wasn't really that much, nothing that really tickled my fancy when I went to the wonderful used store. But I did grab those, and I was pretty pleased with them. I was pleased that somebody was there that was very knowledgeable in RPGs and JRPGs. So I was like, yeah, okay, throw me some games. I actually jumped into No Man's Sky last night, and I played it for surprisingly only 2 hours, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I was stuck on a planet. I went and just, it was one of those, I don't know how to explain it. It was one of the, scenes. They do movie scenes and stuff. Like there's you'll probably know once I say it. They did a Titanic one. There's a Titanic one that they made out with the building aspects to it. They did a Titanic. They did an AT-AT. I know it's an AT-AT, but back in my day you called it an AT-AT, or an AT-AT. And they did something else. I forget what. But I went to the one for Titanic and could not find a damn thing. I walked around. I was like 15 minutes away from the portal, walking. No car, no vehicle, no nothing. I walked. And it was a vicious planet. I wanted to go see the Titanic one because my son's a big fan of Titanic. And so I was like, I'll go on there, and then once I get to Titanic, I'll calm down. Couldn't find a damn thing. I looked for comms. There were a bunch of comms, and there was a base that you could set up to be yours, but nothing. Like, there was nothing. I was like, okay. I just turned around and came back to the portal, got back to my ship, flew it back to my base, and that was about it. I was like, well, what do I do now? I don't know. This was the first time for No Man's Sky I was like, I don't know. I felt bad. Bad Rob. I just don't know what it was with me. So I then jumped into a game that I was having a lot of issues with. You know how I explained, I think a podcast ago, or maybe even the first one. Games for me, if I get stuck on something, I don't try to go back and be like, okay, well, instead of playing normal, I'm going to play easy. What I do is, instead of getting frustrated or raging out, I just turn off the game and then go play something else. And then come back to that game in about a week or a month. So, I was playing... God, now I forget the damn game that I was playing. I'd have to look for it. But there was a game that I was playing, and I'm going to bring it up. But as I'm talking to you guys, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit so I can see, because I'm blind half of the time. Okay. There we go. I just want to get to my videos. Video manager. That works. Thank you. Now, what was the game? Nier Automata. So, the game Nier Automata. I love the style of it. I love the way that it's laid out, I got stuck. And I was playing normal. And I was having a lot of issues. Like, the game's it's challenging. And maybe I was just not in the mindset for it or something, but I was having a lot of issues trying to beat the boss in the first level. It's so depressing. But everybody does. Everybody has an issue. So I just kept dying, and I was getting a little frustrated. So I said, okay, we're going to put it down. So I put it down, and I played that for like 2.5 hours, and I got through the boss, and I was kicking it and just flying through, So now I'm at the point where it's like all open world kind of, and I'm at the rebellion base. So yeah, the rebel base. So I'm at the rebel base, or the rebel base. So I'm at the rebel base right now, and I can take on other jobs or take on other, side quests and stuff like that. So I found the save point and I just saved it, and I'll go back to that probably later. But otherwise than that, I mean, Saturday, or no, today's Saturday. Friday, I played some VR too, and I played. But see, I was drinking, so I started getting a little tipsy, and I was like, okay, we gotta stop. And that's when I went and played some No Man's Sky for about an hour, 2 hours, and then I flipped over to Nier. So somebody's going to tell me that I'm saying it wrong. Nier. It's Nier. It's Nier. It's Nair. Only Nair. Yeah. Whatever. So, yeah, anyway. I've been trying to catch up on games and stuff. So, I played, what did I play on PS VR? I played that island game. Fun. It's like it's how long you can survive. And you wear a watch, and on the watch, your life goes, your heart, your health. Your health slowly goes down. So you got to constantly keep doing it. And on top of it, you have seagulls that are trying to take your food and take stuff from you. So if you make a spear out of like a stone and a spear, they try to take it, out of a stick. I mean, I should say out of a stick and a rock, and you make a spear to use to get your fish. These seagulls just drive you nuts. And the crab kind of like tries to help you in a sense. And it's funny, it's cute, but it's kiddie kind of, but it's a fun game. Like the first time I survived for 5 minutes, then the second time I survived for 10 minutes, and you start to figure out, okay, well, what can I use for this? And there's seashells, and like I used the seashells to crack the coconuts open. But really, you can use the coconuts on each other, and then they just break into 4 pieces, and then you eat the insides. And I don't know what you could use that, but there's other things that you can do. There's a radio there that's constantly playing. Probably can take the batteries out and make something out of it. I don't know what, power supply for something. But yeah, no, the game was really good. I played that for like, I'd say about 45 minutes to an hour. I was really enjoying that. That was worth I think $14 I paid for it. Maybe 11. And then the shocking one, here's the shocking one. I bought Voltron. And a lot of people, it didn't get the greatest stars on PSN, but it was like 3.5. So I gave it a try, and I thought it was fun because when you see the scale, you're standing there VR-wise, and Lance jumps out of the blue line, and you look over, and you turn around literally to look at the blue line. It's like enormous, and you're just like... So it was really cool, and it was a robot. I like robots. We already know that. Shogun Warriors. But, yeah, no, this is robot. The ultimate robot here. This is one of my favorite. Da-da! IG-88, baby. So, yes, I love IG-88. Yeah, but Rob, he was only in the movie for like 30 seconds. I fell in love with him. I was like, I want to know more about this guy. About this droid. So, anyway, getting back to it. But, yeah, I played a bunch of them. There's 2 that I haven't played yet. I still haven't played Static because you got to sit down and everything. Here's the problem. I had to figure out something for, I had to figure out something for the camera because everything's been changed around. The TV hookup for the ceiling, it's too angled, so it's off kilter of the room. The room, it'd have to be over to the, to more to the right. So I had to figure out something. So I built something and I spray painted it. I made it look nice. I drilled some holes in the top. I'll show it to you. Let me go get it. Why am I hooked? Yeah, that's a behemoth. So, yeah, you're all laughing, going, what the hell is that? So, I took this. This thing is kind of like a pallet, okay? It was a weird set of pallets. It was just these 2 pieces of wood, and there's 3 of these blocks. So, what I did was, it was already all nailed together. And there was like 6 of them. I have like 4 still upstairs. And, in the garage. And I had plywood. As you can see, the base is just plywood. So I measured everything out and I drilled it, and this thing's nice and secure. And then on top of it, as I pull my headset out, so I don't know, I can't monitor my volume. Oh, come on. There we go. So I did all the measurements and everything, and then I had silver paint. That was the only spray paint I had. But luckily I had a sealer, so it's not too silvery. It's not too flashy. But what I did was I drilled some holes in the top, and then I took my smallest wood chisel and chiseled this out. Let's see if I can get this on camera without... Nope. I'm going to have to bring the camera down just a little bit. So we're going to do that. Okay. So what I did was I drilled the holes and then I chiseled it out, like you can see here, okay? And if you look at the base of the camera, now this is the old camera. Nothing's ever changed with the camera. There's a tweet from Yoshida. There's a tweet from Yoshida that said, the design of the camera changed, but the camera's still the same. So this is the same camera, just like the new camera. So if you have the old camera, you don't need to get the new camera. So the base, slide this in, secure. And then what I did was in the back, and I can use this as a stand for anything. I could put a hook in here, screw a hook in here, and I can hang the headset off of it. I can put another nail on the other side and use this as like a stand for the equipment. This, all I did was cut a piece of Velcro, used a small screw, screwed it into the wood, and guess what? Now when I'm not using it, I could just put it to the side and let it go. Hi. How you doing there? So, yeah, that's what I built that so that I can put it in the middle of the room. And I have that whole section. Watch episode 2. There's a small video that I kind of threw in the middle. Yeah, that's good. I'll just leave it like that. We'll just go with it. So what I did was I just built that and then put it right in the middle. And then it's like right next to the desk. And then you got a perfect square right there, which I have the room. There's 2 display cases that I need to move, and that's about it. And it worked great. I played last night, no issues. No, I didn't have to worry about the camera losing the sensors, the lights, because that's what it follows. Everything worked perfectly. And then I just got to put this on. And then once I'm done playing, I put it away, wrap it up the cord, Velcro it together, make it all nice and pretty, and put it aside until I'm ready to play VR again. And then everything's not all over the place. La la. So that's the whole reason of why I was figuring out what I need to do, because I wanted to play VR like majorly. I wanted to play VR like hardcore, and I dealt with the issues of not having a place to put the camera. So I made something that had everything secure, That's why there's a little hole in it, or a little slit, so that the base can just slide right in there and lock in, and I don't have to worry about anything. So I came up with a solution to my problem, and it didn't cost me any money, because I had wood. I mean, that's all it is. I could have used anything, and I could have zip tied it, but I made this look really nice, and I can also use this for controllers or move controllers. I can, like I said, I can do whatever I want with this now. So, it works. I'm happy with it. That's all that matters. And like I said, the camera, where I got the camera now, it's picking up perfectly, and I have no issues. None whatsoever. I can squat, I can move, I can spin around. The camera is still able to track those lights all over the headset. So, and because like before, I had nothing but issues. So, and yeah, but I'm gonna probably sit down. There's two other games that I bought. One is, I think, one is static that you use the controller. You don't need the move controllers. And then there's another game that I bought that was like $11, and it's basically you're in different cockpits. You're in a jet. You're in a spaceship. And it was like $4.99. So I'm like, for a fast freaking, hey, I want to play something. Okay, But yeah, but again, yeah, it's a pain in the ass still to set this thing up, and I did not give a good explanation. There's 4 different holes. You have the power supply one. You have, what is this thing called? It's a USB mini that goes into the PS4, and then you got the 2 HDMIs, and then you got the 2 up front here that are for the headset. One powers it, I think, and then the other one is the HDMI. Yeah, because it's a different kind of... You can see it's white. And then this one's the HDMI. So, I don't know what that is. It might be a power, or it might be something for the VR. But, yeah, small... It's not that big. I'd like to see a little dust cover for this. I mean, I could put it away, but it has a fan and everything. It doesn't get that hot either. But it does, when you shut off your PS4, it does keep going until there's a light on it, a very small little light. It's either white, meaning that it's on, or it's red, meaning that it's off, or it's shut down. So when it's a white light, you don't want to pull the plug. You want to wait until it turns red. And so I'll wait until it turns red. But I think the reason why it keeps running is because it's cooling down the system. And then it finally just shuts to red. Or it's shutting down everything that's in there because it is a processor. So it might be doing calculations or whatnot. I don't know. I'm not that tech. So, yeah, but I've been playing a lot of VR recently, and I still want to play some more, but I've been trying to go back to other games. All those games on top here. Oh, God, you can't even see them. Let's bring that down. Okay, all these, nope, that's not them. There we go. All these PS2 games up here, I haven't played half of them, or I would say 3/4 of them, and I need to sit down and, mess around with the PS2 and start playing them. And plus, on top of it, I got 4 more now. These. I'll get to it. And I'll just leave them there. But, yeah, no, I'm still trying to just keep on doing. But, yeah, for some reason, I just did not feel... I was like... I got back to my... I know it's like, well, dude, maybe you should have done something. But I got back to my base after coming from that portal. And if you walked from my base to the portal, it was like a 10-hour walk. I mean, I'm not kidding. It was like 10 hours. Or no, not 10 hours. It was like 2 hours. Really, that's wrong. But it was like a 2-hour walk from my base if I decided to walk. And... I literally flew back, and I was just like, okay, what do I want to do? I don't know. I was like, well, I can go back and just start messing around with the portal and just push all different buttons, because now I have all the glyphs, And I was like, I could just push all the buttons. Then another side of me goes, well, go visit some more planets. And I'm like, yeah, where do I go, though? I don't know, And I was going to go through my portal and try to see if I can go back to where I was before, because I was a couple systems out, closer to the center. I can't recall how many miles from the center or whatever, or how many light years. But I would say about 5, maybe 8. Yeah, I would say about 5 or 8 solar systems away from my planet or from my system. So I was a pretty good distance. Okay, maybe a little. I don't know, but I was a distance from there, and I went back. So I mean, maybe I'll jump back in and just fly off and see where. Maybe I'll head to the center, but I don't even have. Never went to the center yet, like I've said before. I just don't have no reason to go there. I still haven't finished the storyline, so I need to finish the storyline that they got. Yeah, there's a lot that I haven't done because I just love that whole freedom with this game. That's what's great about No Man's Sky. You have freedom to just... But I mean, any game, you can pick a side mission and just go off the rings of it, and it doesn't yell at you. Some games don't, some do. Some are like, you got to get back to this, or you failed, and then it's worked against you, or even some will even say game over, and it's like, what? Continue. But yeah, I want to get back into it. I want to try, but the other side of me is really like, okay, I want to wait till next, because maybe next everybody's saying that it's possibly just a whole new rebooting of the game. It's going to be completely what they promised us, maybe. I don't know. That's what a lot of people are saying. It could be No Man's Sky 2, kind of. There's a lot that we can say about it, but, it's going to be, it's going to be something new. And if that's the case, then all the biomes are going to be completely changed. Everything's going to be flipped around. We're all going to be like, I might just start the game over and just say, screw it. I did it once. I'll do it again. This is this one right now that I'm in at current is the second playthrough. Is the second, I redone once. So when next comes out, I might just do it again and just start all fresh and brand new. Why not? So. But that is all today. I'm sorry. It's not a long one, but I will try to get everything up. I got to get everything off the PlayStation. So now starts the search for a thumb drive. And I'm going to get all the stuff off there. Or I'm going to email it, or not email it, but I'll send all the video to Facebook or something, and then I'll go from there and then just pull them all off Facebook and then put them on this video or the next video. Because I have a ton of photos, and maybe I'll just put some music in the background and you guys can check out my artwork, or not artwork, but my photography called NMS Photography. And some of it came out really freaking awesome. So, otherwise than that, I will see you all next week. This has been the RobPod podcast. Take care of yourselves, and to the stars.